Yeah, I think as an organization, we're not going to change much in the future. I'm here to stay. I think my assistant coach will be back. Hopefully, my midget staff will be back, and my VP. If we get all the same people back, like I said before, I think it's almost there's a feel that we're almost a family here. We're having lots of fun, and the kids are getting better.
Yeah, I think a lot of people debate on playing midget or prep school, and then they decide to go Jr.A, and they realize how good of an option it was because they're on the ice 6 times a week, and you're playing against men instead of boys, and you just mature a lot quicker.
When you play good hockey, when good things happen and you see these kids improving, whether it's at the midget level or junior level, I don't see a need to make changes. The success that we've had in the past 2 years, obviously I think in the playoffs, I think it's 3 years in a row now, Game 7, we lose in the semis. So we always want to improve, and this year we're trying to get bigger, we're trying to get guys that have more grit, character, which I think it was something we were missing in the past few years. We got better last season, focused more on the defense side of things, where we had more of an offensive team in the past, and I think this year we're even closer. But again, I've mentioned that there's so much parity in the league that, you know what, this is the first time in the CCHL that the 8th seed could beat the 1st seed, the 7th seed could beat the 2nd seed. As an organization, obviously our goal is to win a championship. And if you look at the league this season, it's not going to be easy. I think there's 9 teams in the hunt. There's only 8 playoff spots. So obviously there's a lot of hard work in front of us. That being said, I think we had a lot of success last season. Right now we're playing good hockey. We're first in the league, but again, that could change in 4 or 5 days from now. We could be 5th in the league because there's so much parity. Even last year, 1 would play 8, it was a sweep. 2 would play 7, it was a sweep. So I think it's good for the league and it's good for organizations like us because kids come play here and they want good hockey games. You don't want to win 12-0 every night. So I think we're a great spot and we're playing in a great league.
Jr.A, where you actually have roles, you're playing a 4th line role or you're playing a 1st line role, you really learn what the game's all about.
Well, I think as a staff, if you look at myself as a GM and the coaching staff, we do a lot of video. We want to make sure that the boys are able to see the mistakes that they make and also the good plays that they do make. We try and promote them online through House Edge Media, Point Streak Performance, obviously. And I think the best way to help these guys get to the next level, and overall I think it does benefit every player on the team.
Yeah, I think they really put emphasis on the little things, which a lot of coaches forget about these days. If you take 1 day off, then you're going to get punished for it. You got to always be working hard, and it's really the best for your development. I think they're starting to learn as young coaches that systems are a large thing in our league, and it's really paid off for us in the past couple of years, finishing top in the Yzerman.
So no, we just want to play the right way, and hopefully it brings us a championship. But we know it's not going to be easy, and we just want to do things the right way, and make sure the players that we get become better hockey players when they leave. And that's the main thing. We want to make sure that guys can go to play CIS hockey, NCAA hockey, OHL hockey. We just want to help these kids out.
Well, first I got drafted to the OHL. Went to camp, didn't make it obviously, so I came back and played with OJS for my 16-year-old year. And that's when I kind of really got into the NCAA kind of route everyone really talks about in the league. That's a big goal. And I thought, if I'm not going to play in the OHL, I might as well try and get a scholarship, and if I do succeed with that, I get a great education out of it, and if hockey doesn't work out, I have something to fall back on. You hear a lot of stories about people getting drafted to the OHL and not having the best careers out of it, and then they're not necessarily in school while they're playing the OHL, and after their career they don't necessarily want to go back to school. So that's when kind of talked to my parents about it, and they thought maybe the best idea was for me to try and get a scholarship, and I agreed with them because I think it's the best route for myself. And nowadays, before you didn't really see or hear about university hockey and in the States, and now you see a couple games here and there on TV and ads and stuff, and I think it's really, they're promoting themselves very well, and kids are getting more and more interested in playing in the American League or NCAA League.
Well, I think the main thing for us is, I think as coaches, we care for our players. I look at the staff that I have, and we work together as a unit. Every practice, every game, we talk to each other. It's not one guy making the decision. Yes, I'm the GM, yes, I'm the head coach, but I trust the entire staff. My two assistant coaches, Dan Sovey and Jamie Mayo, my goalie coach, Stefan Levere, and all the rest of the guys, the staff that sometimes work in the background. I think we're almost a family here, even the volunteers. We all get along, and that's the main thing for us. And for a player, well, if he comes here, he's going to play for a good program. And obviously you want to win a championship, I've mentioned that, but at the same time, we want to promote our players. We want to make sure they can get to the next level, and at the same time, like I said, we're all school teachers, so we promote education a lot. For us, if you can combine good grades with and playing good hockey, obviously it's a plus. That's what we want. And again, we want to make sure these kids can get to the next level. If they play for us for 1 year, they play for us for 1 year. If we get them for 3 years, well, it's a bonus. But if we can stay near the top, it means we're doing our job.
Yeah, I think I went to a game in St. Lawrence, and that really kind of set my mind to the NCAA route, because the atmosphere was awesome, and I think I was a later I matured later, so I think Jr.A was a better route. I wasn't a top draft pick to the OHL or anything like that. I actually didn't end up even getting drafted, but it was Jr.A was always in the back of my mind. College Inc. talked to us a few times, and I saw some NHL players who went to the school route, and it ended up paying off for them, so I figured maybe that was the best route for me.
Whether we have a 16-year-old or a 20-year-old, if you play the right way, you're going to get ice time. We run 4 lines, we utilize our defensemen. Yes, we got guys playing power play, others are playing PK, but we win as a 20-man unit. We don't, it's not 1 or 2 guys that make the difference at the end, and I think that's why we've been successful in the past 2 years. If you're an OJS player, we practice 3 times a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 4:30 to 6. We have off ice twice, Monday and Thursday after practice. Some of the guys have extra ice, off ice too, because we feel that they can be in better shape. Also a video session on Tuesday night, and I'd say, we play a 62 game schedule, so the average game per week I'd say is 2.5. So you'll play 2 games 1 week, you might play 3 the next week. This week we have 4, but the average I'd say is 2.5. And I'd say we get 10 to 11 players every year from outside the Ottawa region, and obviously we have to billet these kids, and I think we're fortunate to have very, very good billet families too. Our players seem very happy right now where they are, and I think all these families will be back next year too, so it makes it easier for us to recruit and get the players that we want to get. And that's the main thing with playing in Ottawa. Ottawa University is 5-10 minutes away. Carleton U's not far. You got La Cité Collégiale, you got Algonquin College. Even the Quebec kids, they'll go to Cégep, which is in Gatineau, which is 20 minutes away from here. Lots of French and English high schools, so we're right in the middle of everything. And I think the fact that we have a bilingual staff, there's a lot of positives here. And again, when we talk about the CCHL, we always stress how school is important. And you can play in Ottawa, well, there's not a lot of travel. School, you come to the rink, it's maybe a 10-15 minute drive. So obviously, I'm not gonna lie, it's when we try and recruit kids, you know, we talk about that because obviously the parents that send their kids to play here, they want to make sure that school-wise their kids are being taken care of. So yeah, it's a big plus for us.